44% of people in the city live in high-rises, according to the latest census data. With new condos popping up all the time, tensions among residents are also running high.
When you are living in condo, it's like a community, you know?
Yeah.
So sometimes you expect some little noise, you know?
Neighbors smoke pots.
Uh-huh.
The smell comes through my unit, right?
Everybody has a dog, everybody, except for me because I'm afraid of them.
Just like lineups for elevators, especially when people are moving in and out.
Each of these buildings are their own communities, and dealing with the disputes among condo owners, residents, and boards has become big business. Earlier today, I met up with a condo mediator to talk about the problems he's seeing, including some of the more unusual conflicts.
There are some very bizarre ones I've had that have involved sex that I'm not sure I should go into too much detail about on your show, but I have had some heartwarming ones. I have had some heartwarming ones that you might want to hear about. I had one involving a single mother that was receiving noise complaints about her child, and we were able to use mediation to actually allow her to eventually have a birthday party for her child in her unit, and the person who was complaining attended with a gift for the child. I had one involving an elderly gentleman who was getting up there in years and living on his own, and there were some concerns about his ability to stay living alone in his unit, that we're able to use mediation to figure out a way to allow him to stay living in his unit, but also to establish a process should any future concerns arise to allow us to very quickly address the situation, because as you could imagine, concerns like that can pose security and safety concerns for people.
At what point do you get called in then? Have they tried to work things out on their own? They're not on speaking terms anymore. What point do you intervene?
It really differs. I find that increasingly proactive owners, managers, boards get me involved early to try to avoid a situation from escalating. At the same time, I often get involved after court proceedings have already been started, on the verge of going to court, when people still want to have a little bit of control over their outcome. It really depends, because sometimes mediation is required. Sometimes it's a necessary step that you have to take to address an issue. Sometimes you do it on an optional basis.
Is this a growing industry then? More condos, more mediation needed?
I believe so. You know, in the alternative dispute resolution community, we like to use the term fit the forum to the fuss. And when you're dealing with condominium disputes, mediation makes an awful lot of sense. I think primarily because people who are involved in condominium disputes many times continue to exist in community during the course of their dispute and afterwards. Traditional processes that are adversarial going through the court system takes a lot of time. It can be very uncomfortable. So empowering the people to be able to more quickly address their issues and to do it themselves, I think makes a lot of sense in the condominium environment.
Yeah, you might be going through court and then still have to see each other in the elevator at the building, right?
Very stressed out, yeah.
Is mediation for everybody though?
When a situation is dangerous, it's not, but increasingly it's something that should be considered at every time in every dispute, because it offers so many potential advantages, and while it offers no guarantees, it also has a layer of comfort for people, because they can't be forced into anything that they don't want to be.
I would ask you about the one about sex. I'm guessing it has something to do with noise, but since it's a family show, we'll end it there. I appreciate your insight,
Thank
Mark.
you very much.